Hey, how's it going everybody? This is Smokey LaRue, and today we're going to be facing off against Baron Geddon. Now Baron Geddon is the second boss from Wing 2, the new Blackrock Mountain Hearthstone adventure, and this one is going to be on heroic mode, just like all the others. And, oh man, I don't know where to start. I mean, this guy gave me so much grief. He was so difficult. He's probably the hardest one that I've faced so far. Like, if you compare this guy to all the others, this guy, oh my, the others were an absolute breeze. Like, I've tried so hard to beat this guy, and up until this run, I didn't beat him. Like, I wouldn't even come close. I'd get to send like 5 his armor left and they'd destroy me. And the reason why it's so difficult is because you have to spend all of your mana every single turn. Because if you don't, his hero power is deal 10 damage to your face if you don't use all of your mana. And so it's imperative that you use it all. And so I had to build a demon deck. Well, not specifically a demon deck, a warlock deck that had plenty of each sort of amount of mana for each spell. So I've got a very varied amount of mana crystals in this deck. I've got 0s, 1s, 2s, 3s, you know, all the way up to 9s, because I've got Mal'Ganis and Jiraxxus in here. And the reason I put those in is because Mal'Ganis, if I can protect him, I thought, then he won't be able to use his hero power to deal damage to my face, and I won't have to worry about the mana crystals. But that would come at the end of the game. And so earlier on in the game, I would just have to try and keep ball control and keep spending my mana effectively. And he does these, he has these cards called Living Bomb, and he'll put them on usually your bigger minions, and if you don't kill that minion off, or maybe I've got a Brewmaster in here, and that's why the Sacrificial Pacts are in here as well. If you don't kill it off or get rid of it in some way off the board, then by the end of your turn, it will do 10 damage to all of your minions and your face. So 10 damage to everything on your side of the board. And so this is why I have a Youthful Brewmaster and 2 Sacrificial Pacts in my deck. Because the Sacrificial Pacts, I thought, I can gain some health back whilst also killing it off. And so I thought that'd be pretty good. I've also got, like I said, Lord Jiraxxus. I've got a couple of Floating Watchers. Void Callers to bring them all out without me having to spend the mana. I've got a Felguard, a couple of Void Terrors, which are also good for getting rid of any minions that have Living Bombs on them. So the main things you have to worry about is Living Bomb and spending your mana effectively. Getting rid of all of it each and every turn. And as you can see, I'm already down really low because he's used the Hellfire and he had a pretty good start. But you have to take some risks. And so I'm here just tapping away at low health, praying that he just doesn't have the burst to kill me. And there you see one of the Living Bombs. And here I'm in a massive predicament because I don't want to just Sacrificial Pact it. But I believe in the end, I use it to kill the Imp Gang boss. And then I think a Bane of Doom, the 1/1 that it creates. And then I'm forced to use a Shadow Bolt to kill off the Floating Watcher, just so that I don't take all that damage. But he is... It's just a grind, an absolute grind, this battle. I'm pretty happy that I got Illidan, but the next turn he just lava bursted it, and so I was sad. But, so yeah, you can see me there, Shadow Bolting my own minion, which I don't think I've ever done before, unless it was a complete mistake, to just to get rid of it, and lava burst the Illidan. Oh, and so here I feel as if I'm in quite a bit of trouble. I mean, I can Siphon Soul that, and I think I do, and then I think I just Finicky Cloak Field my 2/1 Flame Vazanoth, just so I can spend some mana. And so yeah, at this point, yeah, I'm feeling not great about the situation, but if I can just get to a little bit further in the game, and I can, when the board's clear, and I can play Mal'Ganis suitably, then I feel as if I can carry on to win. And I think on this turn, just to spend some mana effectively, I play Mal'Ganis, and I just time rewind him. I mean, it did nothing apart from use all my mana, and it meant that I didn't die at that point. And so it's mainly staying alive, using your mana. I've said this too many times now. Staying alive, using all your mana, and just making sure that you can't burst you down, and keeping the board clear. So the theory I've had losing my voice. The latter part of the game is to play Morganis, protect him, and then hopefully play Jiraxis behind him, and I can keep making 2/2s and just keep trading my minions into his and keeping the board clear until I have enough damage to just absolutely destroy him. And eventually I do manage to. I play the Morganis once the board's clear as another living bomb. He has about 5 or 6 of those, I believe, in the deck. But eventually he will use up all of his cards, and then he'll just be drawing 1 card each turn. I can't remember off the top of my head if he has Flame Hearts in his deck. His Flame Heart basically draws 2 cards and gives him 4 armor. And what was I going to say? Yeah, I don't know if he has those. Like I said, I recorded this yesterday. I'm just doing the voiceover for it today. So, off the top of my head, I can't quite remember. I think he has 1 or 2. But at a later stage of the game, he's going to struggle because he's only going to be able to play 1 card each turn. And if you can just kill it off, it's going to usually be things like Flame Imps. Anything flame related. Fire Elemental. The new Shaman card, the RNG attack thingy-majiggy. You guys know what I mean, you've seen it already. That minion, Flame Imps, that kind of thing. Anything like that he'll be playing. Anything fire related. So yeah, I get out some minions here. I kill off that. And then I play the Void Terror. Remembering to attack before I use the Void Terror to destroy it, so I don't die. And finally, I feel like I'm in a good position. I mean, I use the Void Terror to kill off his Flame Waker, and then I play Morganis. And when you play Morganis, he won't use his hero ability, because I wish he had, just so I could feel smug, but he didn't. So I was a little bit disappointed, but he doesn't actually use it. So here you can see him struggling. He plays the Flame Imp, and I put down the Demon. No, that's next turn. Whoops. I play Jiraxis to kill the Flame Imp because I won't be taking any damage. And from here, I feel as if I'm doing pretty well. I'm just hoping that it doesn't living bomb the Morganis, because then I'll be in a real pickle. Because I'll have to kill off the Morganis, and I don't want to do that. Because it means that this is easy mode now. Now that I've got Morganis protected with lots of other minions to kill off his side of the board, then it shouldn't be too difficult. And there we are, using the hero power, making 6/6s, and with Morganis boosting them up to 8/8s. And I think next turn I win, because I have enough damage to kill him. And at this point I was just hoping. There it is, that final living bomb, and he put it on the Void Terror, and I was so happy, because I thought that he'd put it on Morganis. But I can only assume it's because the Void Terror had more attack, and therefore he thought it was more of a threat. He didn't take into account Morganis passive. And there we are, the victory. I literally, at this point, I was just yelling. I was so happy. I was clenching my fists. I was just like, yeah! Yes. It's finally dead. But yeah, there's the victory, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the guide was useful to you. If you liked the video, then please leave a like. And if you haven't already, then please subscribe to my channel. Okay, guys, look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.